Hey, like Chicago, Detroit is under siege. Lawlessness rules the streets, and strict gun laws prevent good people from protecting themselves from the bad. The difference between Detroit and Chicago is that Detroit is taking real steps to stop the violence with a new program called Operation Ceasefire. Law enforcement is combining resources with church groups and other community leaders to educate young men in Detroit about violence and about how to cope in living in a violent city. But it goes far beyond that. You see, Operation Ceasefire actually has some teeth. This is what these communities need. It targets specific gang members who are on parole or probation and requires them to report to a call-in probation officer. The mayor and the police chief agree, quote, "The violence has to stop, and if it doesn't, we are committed to prosecuting you." And this is the promise they're making.
And we say the violence has to stop, and if it doesn't, we are committed to prosecuting you. The promise is, if you put down your guns and stop shooting, we have a lot of services available to you.
And I've seen the young men engage in that program and the difference that it makes.
Well, the key is enforcement and proactive policing coupled with those services they talked about. That's something Chicago is not doing. Operation Ceasefire has shown signs of success in other cities like Boston and Cincinnati. As President Obama sets fire to the Constitution on his way out the White House door, he is about to strip millions of seniors of their Second Amendment rights. Under finalized new rules released just before Christmas by President Obama, Social Security recipients will be banned from buying a gun if they are deemed financially incompetent. Some 4.2 million Social Security recipients, about 10% of all people 65 and older, could lose their right to own a gun as a result of this. We all have stories of parents or grandparents that we manage their finances for. That doesn't mean they should lose their right to protect themselves and their families and their homes. Many seniors give up management of their finances to a loved one simply because they don't know how to use a computer. That shouldn't stop them from owning a gun. But Obama's sweeping and overreaching new rules takes the individual and even the family out of the decision-making process. Once again, the president thinks government knows what's best for us and our families more than we do. That, my friends, is liberalism at its absolute worst, and to me, it is offensive.